Okay, good morning. This is May 4th, 2021. May the 4th be with you. It is the meeting of the Joint Legislative Management Committee, and we have several items on the agenda this morning. The first item on the agenda is that our HR Director, Arlene Donovan, is joining us this morning to update us on her investigations on compensation policy, what she found out. She's going to report back to us. Then we will go into executive session. So Representative Emmons, when we go into the executive session, obviously it will just be the committee members. And then we will come back and we will talk about legislative space study review and a meeting that the speaker and I had yesterday with the chairs of both the institutions committees. So Arlene, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. And for folks watching our meeting at home, Representative Emmons is sitting in to our committee meetings, although she is not a standing member of this committee, because she is the chair of House Institutions. And we have a number of matters coming before this committee related to the space in the State House in the upcoming session. So I just wanted to explain that to folks. Arlene, good morning. Thank you.
Morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to give you a brief update as to where the compensation study that I mentioned a few weeks ago stands. So as you may remember, back in 2018, NCSL came in and conducted an organizational study. And part of that study was a compensation review. And at that time, salaries were aligned accordingly, according to the study. But 3 years later, we're finding that we need some updated benchmarking information. And also at that time, NCSL back in 2018 recommended that we put together a comprehensive compensation plan and put that into place and manage it equitably and consistently, so that we didn't fall out of the market, which can easily happen in the compensation world. So that's where we are today. I have reached out to NCSL a few times. They are hoping to get back to me in the next 2 to 3 weeks with a proposal, both a cost and time proposal, which I've asked them for. What we do know, I can share with you, and that is that they anticipate that they'll need 2 to 3 staff members of their own to work on the compensation study and plan. They think that it will take approximately 4 to 6 months from the time that they actually begin the work. And regarding the cost, typically what is done is that we split the cost with them 50-50. So we would be asked to share 50% of their staff's time and any travel time that might be incurred, although we're not quite sure what the travel would be in this environment. We're not sure if we could do this work virtually or not, but I suspect that that will be in the proposal. So I just want to share that with you, that the work is in progress, and hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll have more to share.
And just to add to what Arlene has said, one of the things that Arlene shared with the speaker and me over the last few weeks is that in HR time, having a few years between when the study was done and where we are now is actually a significant amount of time for looking at what compensation looks like right now. A lot has happened in the last year, obviously, in terms of the economic landscape and the jobs landscape as it relates to the pandemic. And so I do think it's important for us to get a more up-to-date look at this issue. So at this point, I would entertain questions or comments for Arlene. Representative Ansel.
Thanks. Do we have some ballpark of how much money we're talking about and where it's budgeted?
So Representative Ansel, I know that the larger organizational study that I believe they had 4 individuals working on it. I don't know how long it took them. I believe costs in the ballpark of $40,000. So we're anticipating that this would be less than that, but I don't have an exact amount quite yet.
Good.
And as far as the budgeting is concerned, I do believe it's in the budget, but I would refer to probably someone in fiscal for that answer.
Yeah.
I see Catherine Benham's on the call. Catherine, are you able to here. There you are. Did you hear the question,
I
Catherine?
did. I did. And I think I will double check, but I think we can cover that with our
Yeah,
from this
yeah,
year.
that doesn't seem, you know, out of line at all to me. So
That's right.
this was curious.
Thank you, Catherine.
Just to, I have a
Senator
question.
Kitchell?
Arlene, is it the 40% is the half the state would pay, or is 40%? I'm sorry, sorry, it's early. 40,000, is that the total, or is that the state share of 50%?
You know, that I'm not exactly sure of. What they explained to me was that we would typically incur 50% of their staff's time. So I'm not sure with that last study what that 40,000 represented. I don't know if that was an $80,000 cost and we paid 40,000. Again, maybe fiscal could help. I'm not sure if Catherine knows that answer off the top of her head.
I don't know that off the top of my head, but I can find that out.
In any case, it's relatively modest.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I think in the world of compensation, it's not an expense that is out of the norm. I think it's actually a reasonable amount.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Other questions, clarifications, or comments for Arlene? Arlene, thank you so much. It is really wonderful to have you on board. And one of the things I wanted to convey to you, we had heard from several senators that they're eager to meet you. And so we're going to be figuring out how to do some kind of just Zoom meet and greet for you. Certainly don't want to have it take up too much of your time, but people are just wanting to welcome you aboard. And I'm sure the speaker is feeling the same way. It's a relief to have you to help us navigate these issues. So,
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to meet with whomever would like to meet. I'd welcome that anytime.
thank you. And so at this point, I'm going to ask Arlene to stay with us. We are going to be going into executive session to discuss compensation matter that is before the committee. We had asked Arlene to get us some more information. And so those folks who are not on the committee, I'm going to ask to leave, except for Arlene, who can join us. And we are going to go offline.
Catherine.
Catherine?
Yeah.
Yes, I just have a question. I'm planning to leave, but is there a way that we could be notified when you start back up again so that we can rejoin the meeting when you go public?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I will have Mike send out that information to folks via email with the link. Does that work, Catherine?
That works great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.